let's begin standing. Sorry if you're in a comfortable lying position. Stand up. It's chilly. It's winter. Let's move around a little before we settle and sit. So just bounce your knees. Let your shoulders kind of release. Keep your toes and your heels on the ground, just the knees to start. I'll just adjust the camera for the beginning. And then if you feel comfortable, you can start to lift the heels and let them lower gently, being gentle with your joints, letting your arms just kind of bounce, get some energy out, bring some energy up. And then if you feel comfortable, you could lift yourself a little higher, even your toes lift off the earth and land softly. It could be really slow, it could be a little faster. And then again, start to slow it down. So keep the toes connected, maybe just the heels lift, maybe just the knees and shoulders bounce. And then keep everything rooted down and start to twist the body the other way, just using your arms to kind of tap against your chest. Start to breathe a little deeper, a little fuller now that we've raised our heart rate. And then slow that down. And then take a big step wide off, maybe even off your mat. Start to hinge from the hips and just let one arm kind of circle around like you're stirring, waking up the shoulder joint. Big stir of the pot and stir the other way. And then bring that hand back to your hip with a long spine. Switch arms. So stir one direction. Keep pressing evenly through left and right foot, and then stir the other direction, waking up the shoulders. And then hands to the hips. Just bend into the right knee deeply and bend into the left knee deeply. A couple times to each side. Start to use your breath in and out the nose if that's possible for you, if you're not congested, and you can breathe in and out your nose. One more to each side, maybe going a little deeper. And then come back up, reach the arms up, step the feet together, bring the hands to your heart and take a big breath in, closing the eyes. Inhale. Maybe a sigh out here. And then slowly find your way to a comfortable seat. You could be sitting on a block or a blanket or a pillow. You could be on your shins. You could cross your legs. And let the eyes soften or close. And then just consider if you have an intention for this practice. And I'll offer one that maybe resonates with you. So getting quiet from the inside out, letting your heart rate calm back down. Notice what it takes to kind of recover back to a baseline or even a slower heart rate than you had before the practice. Maybe you've built a little bit of heat internally. Place your hands wherever it resonates. Palms can be up or down. Marianne Williamson says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Who are you not to be? You're a child of the universe. Your playing small doesn't serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We are born to manifest the glory of the Spirit within each of us. It's not just some of us, it's everyone. As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give more people permission to do the same. As we're liberated from our fear, our presence automatically liberates others. So take a breath into that. Open your eyes and bring the palms up. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead and take a twist. Doesn't matter which side you go. One hand to the opposite leg, one hand behind the spine. Inhale, lengthen. And then the hand that's reaching across your body is just going to lift off the leg, and the hand in the back is going to bend at the elbow and give yourself a nice arm stretch. So reach through the fingers on the long arm and bend the elbow to squeeze. And then both arms up, opposite hand to wrist, and lean to one direction. See if you can ground both sit bones back down. One might creep up, pull it back towards the earth. And then just shake the arms, shimmy the shoulders. Switch which leg is in front if you're sitting cross-legged, or you can switch the way that you're seated if you need a break for your toes, your hips. And then we'll start again. Inhale, reach the arms up and twist the other direction, second side. Stay for a breath. Inhale to find the length. Exhale to twist a little more. And then the arm that's in front of you is just going to lift off the leg and reach away from you. The arm behind you is going to come in front of that arm, bending the elbow and squeezing. Inhale here. And then arms up overhead, opposite arm to wrist, and lean. Side body stretching, rounding both hips towards the earth, lengthening through the rib cage. Inhale. And exhale, release the fingers, shake out the shoulders, and bring both legs in front of you. Stretch the legs wide, heels to the ground, toes high, lift the chest. Inhale. And start to crawl your fingers forward. You don't have to go far. You can keep a long spine, or if you want to start to round and with the head and the neck, sway a little side to side, gently letting the ear move to one shoulder and then the other shoulder. As you're ready, start to walk yourself back up so that the shoulders come back over the hips. Bend at the knees and bring the soles of the feet together for butterfly. Hands to the ankles, just flap your butterfly wings. Feeling the hips awaken. Lift the chest, lift the heart. And then hands to the outer knees, close your legs like a book and roll yourself onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a squeeze. Just rock side to side on your sacrum, massaging your lower back. Move the ankles around, the toes around. And then left hand to left kneecap, right hand to right kneecap. Extend the arms so that you feel a little release in the lower back. Head, neck, and shoulders are connected to the earth. The arms are straight, and the knees are just bringing the weight of the arms long and away from you. Release that and plant both feet to the earth. Press the palms into the thighs. Again, feeling the lower back press into the earth. And then hands down. Inhale, hips up. Extend the left leg long. It can be pointed or flexed. So the hips are lifted, and then lower the hips and lift. 2 more times. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Extend the left leg to the sky, keeping the hips lifted, and then lower slowly. Left leg comes to hover off the earth 1 inch. Inhale, kick it back up. 2 more times. Extend and reach to the ceiling. Once more. You can move slowly as you lower to hover and then kick it back up. Left foot down, hips down. Bring your knees to your chest and give yourself a hug again. Okay, second side. Extend the knees away from you, palms to the knees. Just stretch the arms. And then set both feet down, preparing for bridge. Press the palms, lift the hips, lift the thighs. Left foot is your base. Extend the right leg long. And then lower the hips and lift them back up. Again, lower. Inhale, press the hips high. Last time, lowering, lifting, and then keep the hips lifted. Reach the right toes towards the sky. Slowly lower the right leg to hover. Inhale, pick it back up. Twice more at your own pace. Moving slower is harder here. And then when you reach it back up, bend the knee, set the foot down. One more breath in bridge pose. Inhale, press through all four corners of the feet. And exhale, tailbone tucks to slowly place one vertebra at a time to the earth. Give yourself another hug, knees to the chest, a nice compression. Rock a little side to side. Your lower body should be a little more awake and actively engaged after that glute work. And then knees to 90 degrees. You can use your hands on your knees to start, and then use your hands on your thighs to start to activate the core. So it looks like a passive stretch, but it's quite active. Left hand to left thigh, right hand to right thigh. Press the thigh and the hands into each other, feeling that resistance. If you want to add on, you can pick up your head, neck off the earth. Make sure you feel supported here. And then we're going to keep the connection of the right leg and right hand and extend left arm and left leg long. You could let the head go down or keep it lifted. And then reconnect, bend the left knee, left palm to left thigh. Reach the right toes and the right fingers away from center. Nice and slow, come back to center, finding your 90 degrees with the knees, and then left arm and left leg. Moving slowly. Again, right arm and right leg. Inhale back to center. Keep the box, bring the hands behind the head, using a little basket of the fingers for support. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders, keep the elbows wide. And then this time, right elbow towards the left thigh, extend the left leg. So it's a slow bicycle. Inhale back to 90 degrees. Imagine you're pressing your hands and your thighs together. Tuck your tailbone so your lower back's pressing on the earth. Left elbow towards right thigh, extend the right leg. Inhale, center. One more time each side. Left leg long, crunch towards your left. Inhale, center. And then to the right. Okay, come back to center. If you need to lower your head, take a break. We're going to do one more variation. Let's reset with the palms into the thighs to keep that connection. Keep the knees over 90 degrees. If they come closer to your chest, it gets a little easier. So try to keep the challenge of knees and hips in line. Hands behind the head for support. This time, right elbow to left thigh, left toes to the ceiling. Inhale, rebend the left knee back to center. You can always set your head down or your feet down for support. Right toes lift, left elbow to right thigh. Inhale back to center. One more time, different variation. Right to left, left toes to the sky, and then slowly lower the left leg. Slowly, slower, lower the left leg to hover. Inhale, pick it back up. Left knee bends. Knees to 90, reset the chest. Left elbow, right thigh. Right toes to the sky. You got this. Slowly lower. The left foot could be on the mat for more support. Slowly lower the right leg to hover. And then inhale, pick it back up. Rebend the right knee. Head and chest to the earth. Feet to the earth. Full body stretch or shake out your fingers. Whatever you need here after some deep core engagement. 3 full breaths. When you're ready, give yourself another hug, knees to the chest. Rock a little side to side or forward and back on your sacrum. And then hands behind the thighs. Let's start to gather some momentum. Rocking and rolling. And we'll meet in a forward fold. So you can use your hands or maybe just the momentum to plant the feet. Bend your knees deeply and just find a standing forward fold near the top of your space. Knees bend a lot, head heavy. Take a halfway lift and lengthen the spine. Inhale, press hands into legs. Exhale, fold forward. Again, inhale, halfway lift. This time, bring the hands to the hips and just root through your feet to rise to stand. Stacking shoulders over hips, over knees, over ankles, palms forward, release the shoulders. Inhale, arms reach high. I'm just going to come to my knees so you can see. Right hand to left wrist, lean to the side. Inhale, back to center. Left hand to right wrist and lean to the left. Inhale, back to center. Bend the elbows, open the heart and the chest. Little back bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge to fold. Knees can bend deeply here. Half lift to lengthen. And then let's step back, plank pose. Pause in your upward push-up position. Spread the fingers wide. Inhale here. Exhale, knees down. Chest and chin to the earth. Untuck the toes. Inhale, grow a cobra. Doesn't have to be a big one. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes. Come back to tabletop. And then move your hips side to side for some side cat-cow. Looking to the left, looking to the right. Here to find a neutral tabletop. Tuck your toes. Lift and hover the knees. Inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal the feet, walk your dog. First dog of the practice. Could even be the first dog of the year. Probably the first one of the day. Pedal your feet, shake your head a little yes and no if you'd like. And then find stillness in your downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward to your fingers. Shift forward to plank. Lower the knees. Again, chest and chin. Inhale for cobra, press into the toenails. Draw your heart forward, draw your fingers back. Exhale, forehead to the earth. Tuck your toes, tabletop. Lift and hover the knees. This time, heels to the right and knees will point to the left. Keep the palms down. Inhale, back to center, 90 degrees. Heels roll to the left, toes point to the right. So you're hovering side table. Come back to center, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg high, bend the knee, open it up, shake it out. And then re-extend your right leg high. Look between your hands and step forward, low lunge. Left knee to the mat. Make sure it feels supported. You can untuck your toes. Inhale, arms up. And then just shift your weight forward and back. You could bring your hands to your shoulders if that feels better. You could bring your hands to your hips, or you could keep your arms long. So we don't have to straighten our leg. We're just kind of going a little deeper in the lunge. Side to side. If you have blocks or props around you, this might be a good chance to use them. So pause in your low lunge, left hand to the earth or the block, and reach the right arm to the left. If that's too much, left hand to the left hip. Inhale, come back to center, arms frame the ears. Second side, so right hand to right hip, a block or the earth, left hand reaches towards the right. Getting into the side body. Inhale, come back to center. And then this time shift all the way back, flexing the toes up. Hands to blocks, hands to hips, hands to the earth. Flexing the toes towards your shin for the hamstring stretch. And then dial your whole right leg out to the right. Just angle it to the right. Getting into a different part of the hamstring. Inhale, come back through center and internally rotate that whole right leg. So big toe towards center, towards the left. Inhale here. Exhale, replant the right foot. Tuck your back toes. And step to forward fold, head heavy. Take a half lift, long spine. Exhale, fold. Step back, plank pose. Either knees, chest, chin, or if you'd like a chaturanga, shift forward, lower half leg, 90 degrees. Your back bend of choice, cobra or up dog. straight into down dog or through child's pose or tabletop. The vinyasa is always yours to modify. Full breath in, full breath out. Take another round of breath here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale the left heel high, bend the knee, open it up, explore the space in your hip, your ankle. And then re-extend the left heel high, lift between the thumbs, draw the left knee forward and step it. You could always inch it further forward, heel toe it. Low lunge, right knee to the mats. Untuck the toes, inhale, arms up. So find your stability, stacking shoulders and hips, stacking knee and ankle, and then because your back knee is down, your knee can go past your ankle, just shifting forward and back. Maybe move the hands to the hips. Maybe you shake out the shoulders a little. Maybe hands on the shoulders. Full pause, low lunge. Right hand towards the earth or block or the hip. Left hand to the right. Inhale, come through center. Pull to center with your oblique muscles. Left hand to left hip, the floor or a block, and reach to your right. Inhale here. Letting the growth of the right side body, the intercostal muscles. Exhale, come back to center. And then we shift the weight all the way back to the half splits. Hands can remain on the hips or the fingertips can grace the floor. Keep a long spine and flex the toes. And then when you're ready, from your left hip down to your left ankle, externally rotate that left leg. The shin spins, the toes spin. Take a breath here. And then inhale, come through center and internally rotate that left leg. It could be a really subtle, small movement. You don't have to go far, just a millimeter might give you a subtle and different sensation. Take a big feeling breath here, inhale and exhale. And then bring your leg back to center, plant the foot, tuck the back toes. You're in a runner's lunge, and then step to forward fold, head heavy. Halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold, head heavy. Root to rise to mountain pose. Inhale, sweep it up. Press the palms together above you, and then pull them into your heart, relaxing the shoulders, the face, the jaw, the brow. The fingertips and the toes can unclench. Maybe the eyes closed, taking a full breath in and a full breath out. And then keeping the feet wide, or you can bring the toes together. Let's find chair pose to sink the hips down and arms reach up. Lift the heels off the earth. See if you can peel them off. And then keep the heels lifted and rise back up to mountain, challenging your balance. Working the ankles, and then come back down to chair. So lower the hips back down to chair. And this time we'll keep going even lower. So hips towards the heels, and then come all the way onto your seat. Bring the hands to heart center, lift the chest. You can hover the feet or keep them on the ground. Bring the right elbow towards the right. Back to center, left elbow towards the left. So the torso is turning side to side at your own pace. Keeping the spine long, chest lifted. One more time on each side. And then you can rock and roll all the way back. And just like we started, let's see if we can rock and roll back to forward fold. So kicking the feet back and forward to gather some momentum and find the forward fold. take a halfway lift to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Toes together, toes apart. Chair pose again. Inhale, arms up. Peel the right arm back for a twist. Inhale, center, both arms forward. Exhale, left hand back. Look back at the left hand. Inhale, center, rise up, mountain pose. Reach the arms high, bend the elbows, open the chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, chair pose, right arm back. Inhale, center. Again, left arm back. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold forward. Step to plank. Travel through vinyasa or skip it, meeting in downward facing dog. We're doing a lot of lengthening of the torso and a lot of twisting and a lot of balancing to come. When you're ready, reach the right leg high and step into high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Left arm forward, right arm back. And bring the hands to heart center. And then left bicep across the right thigh. All right, we're going to do a big move. So you're going to come to a one-legged mountain. The right foot is the base. Inhale, press your left foot off the earth to rise up, and then twist your heart to the left. Maybe the right elbow can even tap the left thigh. And we're going to go all the way back. Extend your left leg and find the twist. One more time like that. Inhale, big step forward, twist to the left. Big reach back, like you're going through warrior three, but twisting the torso. Last time stepping forward, and we'll stay forward. Lift up. And then it's just going to be standing core. So kick your left foot away from you. It can tap the floor, it can hover. And reach your arms to the right. And then again, hands to heart, turn to your left. Kick your leg away from you and reach your arms to the right. Two more times. Nice slow crunch and extend. You can tap that left toe to reset if you need. One more time, twisting, extending, and then let's all land 2 feet at the mat. You're in a star pose. And shake the hips out, shake the shoulders out. Bounce the knees. Kick the feet. And come back to feet about hip width distance. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the palms, step or walk to plank. Vinyasa or straight to downward facing dog. Taking your time through the transitions. When you reach down dog, if you're ready to move on, inhale, left heel high. Big step to the top of the mat. Set up for a high lunge. Maybe a wider stance, a longer stance. Tracking shoulders over the hips, left knee over the ankle. Inhale here, and then exhale, find the twist. Right arm forward, left arm back, expanding across the collarbone, spreading through the fingertips. Bring the hands to heart center at your chest, press the palms, and then hook the right elbow outside the left thigh. Inhale here. When you find your balance, all the weight is going to pour into the left foot. The back leg is going to start to lift off. One side might be harder than the other. Twist to your right. And then slowly start to extend the chest toward the leg back. Land the toes to the back of the mat. We get to try it again. If you fell out, no worries. Inhale, lift up, and turn to the right. Exhale, like a warrior three, adding the twist, turn to the left. Okay, last time stepping forward, rise up, one-legged mountain, and then twist it to the right. And then just kick that foot away from you and reach the arms to the left. Maybe you tap down for support. Keep going. For some standing abs, Inhale to crunch and exhale to open up. 2 or 3 more times, taking it slow, using your breath for power. Nice. Maybe one last time, and then you can land that foot, that heel all the way down, like this little star pose at the top of your mat. Then let the shoulders and the hips release. Like we started, kind of bounce the knees, bounce the shoulders, shake it off. Then come to the top of your mats. If you're not there, start to find mountain pose. Settling the feet about hip width distance. And inhale, the arms rise. Sit down into chair pose. Lift the heels. See if you can keep them lifted and rise up. This time slowly, keeping the spine long and lifted. Keep the heels lifted and lower down. Hips all the way towards the heels. And then with or without the hands, come to your seat. And this time just roll all the way onto your back. Bring the knees wide, soles of feet together, hand to belly, hand to heart, and let the eyes close. We'll take about 8 rounds of breath here. More full cycles of breath. Start to bring your hands to the outer thighs if you're ready to continue. Bring the knees to the chest. You can also stay here for the rest of the practice. Draw the soles of the feet down and the knees bent. Bring the toes and heels to touch. And then lift the head, neck, and shoulders off the earth. There's a little space. Your fingers are going to hover off the earth. Reach your right hand towards your right heel. And then shimmy back to center, left hand to left heel. Keep the legs a little side to side. The obliques are working. Make sure you're not straining your neck. Little space between chin and chest. Just hovering the shoulder blades as you rotate side to side. Feeling a little bit like a penguin here. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. And then let's start to rock and roll. And make your way to downward facing dog this time. You could rock and roll vinyasa. You could just come to hands and knees, leaning to the side. However you want to get to your downward facing dog, we will meet there in a couple of breaths. When you reach down dog, let's shift forward to plank. And then roll your heels to the right, toes to the left. Keep your hands planted, plugging through all 10 fingers. Inhale back to center. Heels roll left, toes point right. Inhale back to center. Set your right knee, your right shin down. Roll your left heel down and peel your left arm high. Maybe your right shin angles out. Inhale, left arm forward. And then pick up your left foot. Draw left knee and left elbow together. Inhale, extend. And then kick the heel towards the glute and reach the hand back. Maybe it finds the foot or the ankle. Maybe it finds a connection or the bind. Big breath in. And then exhale, re-extend the arm and the leg. Set the hand down, set the foot down. Three-legged down dog, right leg to the sky. Step the right foot forward, warrior two. Open up. From warrior two, inhale, rise up to start, and then deep lunge to the back of the mat. So all 10 toes turn forward parallel, bend the left knee. Side lunge or deeper lunge, Skandasana, hips towards the heel and the right toes can lift. The left heel may need to lift. And then with your hands or without, hands can stay at heart center, you're going to switch sides. So maybe it's just like we started side lunge, or maybe it's a deep lunge. Start to turn your chest, runner's lunge. So turn all 10 toes forward again. You're framing your hands and your foot to the front of the mat. Press firmly into your hands, all 10 hands to the earth. And then draw your right knee into your chest. Draw your right leg in. Left heel rolls to the left. Right hand reaches to the sky and you're in a side plank variation. Maybe you want to stack your foot on top of the thigh like tree pose. Option is step that foot behind you for wild thing. Heartless to the sky. Inhale here. Wherever you are, slowly come back to plank. Take the knees to the earth and the hips to the heels for child's pose. 2 big breaths here. Let the belly release. Inhale. And exhale. Another big breath in. And out. Rise up to tabletop. Bring the knees under the hips. Step the feet back. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. And a full breath out. Inhale, shift forward to plank. And then heels to the left. This time, reach your right hand to the sky. Come back to center, plank pose. Heels to the right, toes to the left. You could keep the hands plugged or you could peel the left arm to the sky, stacking shoulders. So we're adding on each time. Left hands down. This time, left knee and left shin down. Roll the right heel. Reach the right arm to the sky. So side plank variation. Stretch the right arm over the ear. Grow long. Maybe the left shin angles out to the left for more balance. When you're ready, pick up your right leg. You might need to adjust where your left hand is to support your shoulder. Inhale here. Exhale, crunch elbow towards knee. Inhale, extend. And then bend the knee, heel towards the glute. Reach the right hand back. Doesn't have to touch anything, but if you can, grab the foot or the ankle, then kick the foot and the ankle into each other. Foot, it kicks into the hand, inhale. If you're binding, release gently. Everybody re-extend the arm and the leg. Set the right hand down, set the right foot down. You're squaring shoulders back up towards the front of the room. Lift the left heel high, 3-legged dog. Step the left foot forward. Right heel down, warrior two, open and expand. Inhaling here, exhaling. When you're ready, press into the left foot, rise, arms up, star pose, and then heels and toes are parallel, bend into the right knee. It could be like we started in the warm-up, or it could go a little deeper. Hands could be on the floor to support your balance, or hands could stay at heart center. Lengthen the spine. And then however you want to get to the front, bend bend the left knee and switch sides. It could be just a side lunge, or it could be a deep lunge with the toes of the back foot lifted. And then everybody put your hands down. Start to crawl yourself back to the front of the mat, all 10 toes facing forward. You're in your runner's lunge. Plant the palms so that they're firmly on the mat. And then pick up your left knee and draw the left knee and shin into your chest. Roll the right heel to the right. So right toes pointed to the left, and you can stack the legs. Left arm can reach, stacking shoulders. You can also bend the left knee and find tree pose variation, just not directly on your knee. If you want to take wild thing, the left toe step behind you off the mat, lifting the hips and the heart higher. And then slowly come back to plank pose. Slowly bring the knees, the shins down, take them wide, toes together, hips to heels, forehead to the mat for child's pose. Take a big breath in and take a big sigh out. Take another big breath in and an audible exhale, release. Start to walk your hands, crawling your palms back towards your knees. So you're sitting on your shins. You could bring them close together if that feels better. And then let's extend the left palm in front, right hand just pulls back. So fingers are facing opposite directions. Relax your shoulders. And then the left fingers float down and the right hand just gently pulls, kind of feeling the resistance. So the fingers press into the palm press into the fingers. And let's switch hands. So the left hand in front, or the right hand in front this time, whichever side you didn't do. And then switch the way the fingers are pointing. And be gentle with your wrists, feeling your forearms, relaxing shoulders and face. And then release. And let's reach both arms up and make a fist and then open. Start slow, really exaggerate, and then start to go a little faster, relaxing shoulders. A little faster, a little faster. For 4, as fast as you can go. 3, keep them lifted. 2, keep them lifted, and then kind of roll the wrists like you're doing flamenco as you bend the elbows. Ooh, and lower them back down. Come onto your heels. If you have a block, you can use it. We're going to do half camel. You could also use your hand on your hip. So the lowest distance would be hand to the floor, hand to the heel, or hand to the sacrum. Hips will come forward, so rising up. Left arm up by the ear, and you'll start to lean your heart and your chest back into half camel. Big heart opener. And then slowly come back down, hips towards heels. Bring a hand to the belly, or a hand to the heart, or both hands to the heart. Let the chin tilt down, the eyes close, maybe hands to the thighs. Take a breath. And then we'll go to the other side. So when you're ready, open the eyes, lift your head up. Left hand to your block, heel or sacrum. Lift the hips. Inhale, reach the right arm up by the ear and start to lean your heart, your chest back. Be gentle and move slowly. And then when you're ready, start to come back out and untuck the toes if they're tucked. Just let the hands rest where it feels comfortable. Let the eyes close and the chin tilt down for hero pose. Taking a moment here, full breath in and a full breath out. And then when you're ready, lift your head, walk your hands forward, tuck your toes and find downward facing dog. From down dog, reach the right leg high and walk the hands back to the left foot. So you're in standing splits. See if you can float your fingers And rise your hands up to your chest. So it's a variation of standing splits. And then one-legged mountain. So use the strength of the left ankle, draw the right knee up. Okay, one time you're going to twist to the right and then come back to center. Step the right foot forward and open all the way up into half moon. Coming to our final balancing sequence, you can have a block under your right hand. You can hover your hand. Left hand can remain on the left hip. You could always take triangle pose with the left foot still on the floor. Okay, when you have your balance, picture your warrior two. Step the left foot all the way back. Set up a nice wide warrior two stance. Inhale here. Exhale, reverse. And then straighten the right leg. Keep reversing. Reverse triangle. Cartwheel the hands all the way to the mat. Runner's lunge. Step back to plank and press back. Downward facing dog. One more side. Left heel lifts. Walk the hands back to the right leg. Standing split. Let the head be heavy. Opening up the hamstrings. And then when you have your balance, hover your fingers. Maybe hands to the hips for transition or hands press in prayer. Lift your left knee, left thigh. Maybe you need to set it down to reset. One-legged mountain. Hands to the heart. Twist to the left one time and then come back to center. Step the left foot forward. Start to open up triangle or half moon. Stacking shoulders, stacking hips, spreading through the toes and the fingers. You've fallen out, you have time to come back in. Gently bend the left knee and reach the right toes back, landing soft. Warrior two. Find the deepest expression of your warrior two, bending into the lunge. Keep the legs as they are, reverse your warrior. Sweeping left arm up and back. And then straighten the left leg, feeling the release. Reverse triangle. Growing the left side body even longer. Inhale. And exhale. Cartwheel the hands to the mat. Runner's lunge. When you're ready, step back to plank and make a choice if you want to take one final vinyasa with or without the knees, with or without the child's pose. Any kind of flow to meet back in our final downward facing dog. Full breath in and a full breath out. And from down dog, reach the right leg high. Bend the knee, open up the hip, and then slide the right shin forward. Lift the heart and the chest, and you can choose to fold forward into half sleeping pigeon. Letting the eyes close or soften. If that doesn't work for you, you can take figure four or pigeon on the back. Just crossing right leg over the left thigh and taking it on the back. We'll stay for several rounds of breath here. One more breath. And begin to press up using your palms. Tuck your toes. And make a choice of how you want to switch to the other side. Maybe it's a three-legged dog. Maybe it's a simple walking of the dog. When you're ready, the left leg will come forward. Taking your time to set up, lifting the parts, and then folding with props or without. Keeping the right leg long behind you or taking pigeon on the back if that feels better for your knees on this side. One more breath. And to use your next breath to press yourself out. And then just roll onto your left hip. Bring your right leg all the way in front of you. Bend the knees, plant the soles of the feet. And with or without your hands to support you, you can roll all the way onto your back and draw the knees into the chest. So finding your way to your back with your knees hugged in. Give them a nice squeeze. And then take your arms wide like a T and float both knees to the right, but hover them off the earth. So use your left obliques to kind of keep them hovering, and then inhale to pull them back to center, keeping the thighs together, and float them over to the left. And hover. Inhale back to center. Again, go towards the right, but hover them. Inhale back to center. And this time, as you go to the left, let them fall and be heavy on the earth. Turn your head to the right, let the eyes close. And when you're ready, come back to center. Arms wide, knees to the chest. Float them to the right, let them hover. Inhale, float them to center. Float them to the left and let them hover. Float them to center. And then you can do that one more time each side, or if you're done, just let the knees stay to the right, let them be heavy. Finding your spinal twist, turning the head in opposition from the knees. One last breath in your twist. And then make your way back to center and give yourself one last big hug, squeeze, maybe a happy baby. Kicking the feet out wide. A flutter of the lips or an audible exhale, ha, or a to close the moving portion of this practice. And then start to find a comfortable position to stay for several minutes in your Shavasana corpse pose. Letting the legs go long, or maybe finding butterfly. Palms can be up or to the chest and heart. And the eyes can close. Let this time be stillness and silence to integrate all the benefits of that hard work you've done. I'll guide you out when it's time. Take a slow breath in, a smooth breath out, and choose You need to stay right here or slowly start to reawaken the body. Taking your time, moving patiently and carefully and tenderly, just noticing and observing the quality of your breath and your nervous system, and how whatever movement you choose can support that, maintain that. So I read a poem by Janet Nestor. As I walk, I am. Earth is my home. Her foliage brings softness and beauty and provides the breath of life. Everything about her brings attention to divine being. My footsteps touch her peacefully, and I know. My eyes gently focus on everything and nothing, and I see. My mind is quiet and free of worry, and it refreshes me. My breath flows softly in and out, and my senses are heightened. My body is alive as I fully experience my wholeness and the miraculous nature of each footstep. So if you've made your way to a comfortable seat, we can take a cleansing breath together to close the practice. Placing a hand wherever it resonates for you and letting the eyes stay soft and exhaling the stale air out. Inhaling fully some fresh oxygen in and giving it back, letting it go. Beautiful practice. Drink some water. That was not easy. Great work.